No one cares about your 7 days a week LinkedIn post. I think community is more than followers. Think about how to build a very positive community. I have quit LinkedIn for 20 or 30 times before. I came back and grew this community, grew this LinkedIn follower, hit 25K yesterday. Whatever you want to do, just do it because people will anyway judge.
Welcome to or welcome back to Founders in Jeans. I'm your host, Emily Jean. And before we get into the episode, I just want to say a huge thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I also wanted to say that if you enjoy the show, feel free to leave a review on Spotify or Apple, wherever you're listening to this, and also to follow us. You can follow us on Spotify, of course. You can follow us on Instagram at Founders in Jeans. You can also find me on Instagram at emily.jeans, or you can look me up on LinkedIn. I'm always happy to connect with people on there, and I have a lot of good conversations from listeners. Also, you can always leave a bad review for us. I'm totally fine with that. And in fact, I think that's exciting. I would love to know what we can do to improve. So you can also leave comments below and let me know what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. I actually do read every single one. We also have a newsletter that comes out once a week, so you can get all the updates from us. We also put in some weekly business and marketing updates in there, as well as some personal notes from me. You can subscribe to that on my LinkedIn, also through the Instagram and in the show notes below. Anyways, that is all from me. I'm so excited for you to listen to this episode. I hope it's a good one, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye. Raina Das of Binary 10. Welcome to Founders in Jeans. I am so excited to have you today. Obviously, we met on LinkedIn, so I know we're going to talk about LinkedIn today, and I'm so excited. But for people who have not heard of you yet, can you please give a little bit of a background about yourself?
Oh, yeah. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to your lovely podcast. I've been watching on YouTube and it's going great, to be honest. You're doing a great job on this podcast. And second is obviously, probably you have seen me posting all my personal stories on LinkedIn. But whoever you don't know me, I am Raina. And I am originally from Calcutta in India and I moved to UK to build my career and I'm currently working in Binary 10, a 9 to 5 job. I'm working as a marketing executive and if you haven't still checked Binary 10, you should. But I am also building my own brand. By brand, I'm not talking about my business or something. By brand, I'm talking about personal brand on LinkedIn and which is leading to almost like best kind of opportunities I have ever dreamed of, like brand partnerships, podcast invitations, even like guest lecturer invitations and stuff. So these are like the dream kind of invitations I've been getting from the personal brand. So yeah, today we are going to talk about personal brand. We are going to talk about a bit of marketing and yeah, lovely. I'm super excited.
I am I'm gonna surprise you a little bit because I know that this is not in the outline, but I was just talking about you yesterday, actually. I had a meeting with a woman who was talking about how she wants to get her LinkedIn started and LinkedIn branding, but she was asking me what are the actual pros of it? Like what can I actually do with a LinkedIn personal brand? And I said, there's this girl I follow on LinkedIn and her name is Raina Das. And I remembered your post talking about how you had just received 3 sponsorship
Yeah,
deals, right?
yeah,
Branding
yeah.
partnerships.
Yeah, it's brand deals. Yeah,
Yeah, within the last week.
yeah,
And I was like, this is the evidence. Like it's right here.
yeah,
It can happen and there could be amazing opportunities sent your way.
yeah.
I just had to say that because I was talking about you the other day.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. So, of course, I want to talk about that. So, you
Yeah,
call yourself the marketing and the personal brand girl.
yeah.
What does that mean to you?
It came up actually quite randomly, to be honest. It came up in a conversation with a friend, and she was actually introducing me, saying she's a personal brand girl, and I was like, oh. Okay, that sounds quite good. But to be honest, I realized that without even noticing, I have been helping out people for free, no charge or nothing. I've been texting them about like how to start a personal brand. I've been texting them about how to move out from your own country and land a job. So I've been helping out people to market themselves, right? And I think personal branding and marketing, they are quite correlated, and they're about like how to market yourself, how to sell yourself in this tough market. So I think that kind of stuck with me, the name. And then quite a few people who said like, you're the marketing girl, you're the person branding. So I just thought, why not adding it to the banner and make it like marketing and personal brand girl? So I think that's kind of cool, giving a title. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I know too that, as you just mentioned earlier, you moved from Calcutta to London, and I happen
Yeah.
to know you moved at age 20,
Yeah.
which obviously that's a huge leap. So why don't you kind of walk me through, first of all, the decision behind that, and second of all, what that whole experience was like?
Yeah. I won't lie, to be honest. It was so scary at first. And that was my first international flight I took at the age of
Mm,
20. And I
mm,
was like super scared. It was like a mixed feelings, to be honest. Like when you are super excited and scared at the same time, because it's so different. Like it's super, like the culture is different, the weather is different, everything's different. And I had no one here. Who I know, so I had no relatives, no family members or friends here. So I was like, yeah, it was so super, super scary for me first time. But then when you say like, what was that, shift kind of, change for me? I think this was the biggest kind of leap I have ever taken. So this is the greatest move. I highly recommend if you are like over 18 and you're thinking what to do with my career or something, just go for it. Go
mhm,
to another country, study, work, whatever. But I think I just learned to believe in myself without even like getting any kind of validation from friends and family. So I think there was like, job search, everything was different from my own country. The job search, the education system, everything was different. So it was like, you have to believe in yourself. Otherwise you'll be like, yeah, you'll get depressed, to be honest, that you can't find any job, you can't,
right,
you
right.
can't do good. So I think you have to believe in yourself. And
Mm,
I think one more thing I would like to mention here, which is like, obviously the independence. People think independence means living alone,
mm,
like living in your own apartment or something. But I think independence means like trusting yourself, like
mhm.
trusting yourself wherever you are, you can do it. So I think that's the biggest thing I have learned. I have to trust myself. I recently moved house. So yeah, that was my first time, like moved to a new flat. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Trust yourself. You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that because it's such simple advice, but we don't hear it that often. And yet it's very true. It's even extends beyond trust your gut. It's more
Yeah.
just believe that if something goes wrong, you will be able to figure it out,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
is powerful advice.
Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit then. What does building a career on your own terms look like in practice?
All right. That's a good question, actually. I think building your career on your own terms, it can be different from like different perspectives. People can say different things here. But for me, it truly means like whatever path you are going on, whatever career path you are choosing, it should be something you love. So I took a lot of time because I don't have any, so I always say that I don't have any talent. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't draw anything. I have no talent. So I have no like proper, what do you say, like passion. Like people have, I want to be a musician. I want to be a guitarist or singer or something,
Mm,
but I have nothing. So I took a lot of time. I did my bachelor's in psychology, and I was like, I don't want to go for clinical psychology. That's
Hmm.
not something who I
Right.
am. I was sure about like I want to go something into business. Now the thing is to transition from that, like psychology to business. I was like thinking what to do. I was passionate about like learning about consumer behavior and everything. So I chose this degree, which is like business management, which was pretty general again. And then I did a marketing internship, and that's where I fell in love with the marketing.
Hmm.
So I took a lot of time to, think about like, do I love it actually? So I think you building like career on your own terms means you have to think about like what you love and can you do it for your rest of your life, right?
Hmm.
So very important, and you have to think about it. It's okay to take some time. It's okay to take like hit a pause and think if you want to do it or not, but it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that applies to both you building a personal brand and your full time marketing career, which you have been doing simultaneously side by side. So, how have you been able to balance the two? Basically, two full time jobs next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I won't say it's super easy or something. Let's be real. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So 9 to 5 job, that's like Monday to Friday, takes all your energy and everything. Then you have your own house chores and our housework and everything. And I think what is the most important thing is like time management. That's the most important thing.
Hmm.
But then again, it's not easy because I do so probably you have seen on my post. On over the weekends, I do like a charity job too. So I have no
Hmm.
free time. So I think taking like 1 hour every day for LinkedIn, like blocking your calendar. So blocking my calendar helps me a lot. So
Yeah.
just block the calendar after work, 1 hour. I will just go to LinkedIn. It can be scrolling, it can be engaging with other people's content, it can be writing content. So
Hmm.
probably who's starting their LinkedIn, who wants to start with their 9 to 5 job, I think I have got like few tips. One is start a inspo bank. That's my own term. So it's like inspiration bank. So
Hmm.
inspo bank is something where you can like save everything. It can be article, LinkedIn posts, tips from big personalities on LinkedIn. It can be a YouTube video or something. Just start a bank so that it saves you from staring at blank screen and stuff. So it
Hmm.
saves quite a lot of time for me.
Right.
And then second is, I would say, obviously blocking the calendar, what I said. Just block the calendar so that no one,
Yeah.
like you kind of think that this time is for LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then the third one is obviously the best thing I would say whenever you feel
Hmm.
burnt out, like you can't do it, just take a break.
Mm.
No one cares. No one cares about your 7 days a week LinkedIn post, to be honest.
Right.
No
Right.
one gives a shit.
No one's
They
keeping
are
track.
like, yeah. So
Yeah.
just take a break, go to a trip, don't care about LinkedIn. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about like not commenting on other people's like content sometimes.
Hmm. Hmm.
But then obviously I care about their post, obviously. But
Right.
then sometimes it's just, I feel burnt out and I feel like, no, I should
Right.
take a break and just
Yeah.
go to a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Highly
Absolutely.
recommended.
How long have you been on LinkedIn for?
I think consistently for 8 to 9 months,
Okay. Yeah.
but like, yeah, on LinkedIn for like years now. I used to use it for job search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've already grown such a huge and engaged audience on there too, which is amazing. I know that you've also done over 150 brand collabs. So, can you talk to people a little bit about what separates a good collab from a strategic one?
Yeah. So obviously, when I say 100 collabs, it's not only about LinkedIn. I
Mhm.
have a page on Instagram too. And I first started Instagram actually. So I
Mm,
used to do food blogging when I was in India, and that was quite a thing. Like I used to cover restaurants there, so that was
mm,
quite a thing there. But then, yeah, I have done a lot of collab. I think, yeah, very nice question. Good collab and strategic collab. So good collab is like when you have everything, your content ready, you hit the post, and that's done. You get your
mm,
payment, everything's done. And I think strategic collab starts from there. Like when
mm,
you hit the post and the brand actually wants to go through what worked, what didn't work, what you want. It's like a long-term partnership, not just one post. Hit it. That's it. But I think strategic one actually is like a long-term one where they're kind of working with you. It's not like they say they have a brief, just go for it and that's done. But they're kind of working with you, making like, like a whole long-term relationship to just, just to build a whole thing, like a whole campaign or something. So
mhm.
I think that's where, yeah, I love both.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That is such a good answer. Yeah. A strategic campaign or collab
Yeah,
is one that builds a relationship with
yeah,
not only you, but also your audience.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What a good answer. I love that. Okay. So I guess speaking then for creators who are looking to turn their online presence into something more sustainable the way you have, do you have any specific slash practical advice to give people?
Right. So something sustainable, you're saying. Probably. So what I found out, I was actually chasing a lot of like followers and stuff previously when I was building my Instagram. But then when I built my LinkedIn, I kind of stopped and thought about, is it worth it chasing the followers?
Mm,
So I stopped and thought and realized I think community is more than followers. So I think if you want to build something sustainable, think about how to build a very positive community who will
mhm,
support you. So your like thick and thin who will support you, will be there for like cheering you. So I think
mhm,
community is more than like followers or virality or whatever.
right.
So that's one point. And then I think one more thing I would say, like whatever you want to build, it can be like a food blog or a book blogging or whatever you want to build. Like it can
Mhm,
be you can build a podcast, or you can talk about brand deals, partnerships. You can talk about your own life, whatever you want to build. Have a clarity what you want in future. Um, do you want more speaking gigs? Do you want more brand partnerships? Do you want more, like university lectures or something like that? Or do you want more sales from your account? Just have a clarity in your mind what you want from your personal brand. I
mhm,
have founders are killing it. Like they are sharing their stories, they are sharing
mhm,
their real life struggles, they are killing it.
right.
But I think that's very important. Clarity and community. Those are the two things I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Clarity, community, is that on going off the back of that, and these might have similar answers,
Yeah.
but what is something you've learned about marketing that most people don't get? Is it the community aspect, or
Mhm.
what would you say?
People. So are you saying like people don't get about marketing? Like, is something like it's like a myth or something you're saying?
Yeah, like what would you say most marketers don't
Yeah.
get about marketing that you feel like you've learned?
Good question. I think there are a lot I can think of. So one I
Mm,
have to pick, which is like, I think marketing people, they wear a lot of hats, like
mm,
from, like copywriting to building a whole content, like designing and everything. They
right.
wear like a lot of hats all together, but people are like, marketing means just selling a product or something,
Mm,
or just like creating content. So they just said. do this. But then marketing is like a whole, like a whole flow chart we are doing.
Right.
So all kind of hats together. So I think that's something, and we get kind of underestimated as well, but we do a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you've worked so closely with so many startups, is
Yeah.
is that the same kind of misunderstanding that most founders
Yeah.
have about marketing?
Yeah, definitely. Founders do have like, so basically, founders, what they think is marketing is, so after building a product, after launching a product, we will actually bring our marketing team in and we will do the promotions and stuff, right? But then if I have to share my opinion about it, I will say marketing, get the marketing team first with like whenever you get an idea about the product or service, whatever you're launching, get that marketing team there because it's about like a whole journey because marketing team will be able to communicate with the customer or
Mhm.
consumers and then get that idea in so that you can take that feedback and it's like a MVP kind of thing. You
Right.
get that idea in and you actually listen to the consumers. So I think marketing is not about like after the brand, like after the product launch. Marketing is like whenever you get an idea, you get the marketing team in.
Yeah. And bringing that personal branding side of things back into play here. Do you also think every founder needs a personal brand alongside their business?
Well, yeah, they can
Yeah.
choose. I won't force anyone to
Yeah.
do it. Obviously, I say 100%
Right.
your choice, but
Right.
honestly, 100% you should do it.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So you're not
Yeah,
going around forcing all these founders to have personal brands
yeah,
on your
yeah,
own time.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it.
If you so but if you ask me my opinion, honestly, 100% you should have because
Mhm.
right now if you see people want to buy from people, right? People don't want to buy
Right.
from brands like who they don't know. So I think when you are launching a whole new brand, we don't trust that brand. So
Yeah.
if you want to build the trust, then you
Yes.
have to actually start writing. You have
Right.
to start writing your own story, how you are building that brand, how you are, kind of like how you are getting out of those struggles, like business struggles, actual struggles. We want to listen to you. We want to learn from you. So if founders can start their own personal brand, to be honest, for me, it will be so much like from the learning point of view as well. It will be
Mhm.
so much good for me
Yeah.
as well. I highly recommend go for personal branding, guys.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're unique too in your ability that you've been able to build such a genuinely positive online community.
Yeah.
How have you been able to keep it that way?
Well, obviously positive. When you say positive, I think when you are positive, then you attract positive, right?
Right.
So I think you have to radiate positive vibes as well.
Mhm.
So I think first is just be really authentic, be
Yeah.
real. Don't try to be someone else, obviously, because everyone has their own struggles. Everyone's dealing with their own life. So comparing with others won't help you. So just
Mhm.
be yourself. I have talked about in my LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn channel, if you see, I have talked about I have quit LinkedIn for 20 or 30 times before. I couldn't just I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So it's something like you have to be real and you have to say that you have failed.
Yeah.
Then how you actually came back, that matters, right? I
Right.
came back and grew this community, grew this LinkedIn follower. So I think that's the learning thing. And I just share them on LinkedIn. I just keep posting about my failures. I think try to share more real stuffs that helps a lot to build like
Mhm.
a community who can relate to you. That if I see someone like really huge personality sharing their own struggle, I feel like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's like me." They have been there.
Right. Gosh, I love that. Yeah, I do think you have done such a good job of representing authenticity in your posts and in building your personal brand. And
Oh,
you've done it in a very chic and professional way as well. Yeah. I
Thank
don't
you.
want to take up too much more of your time because I want to do some rapid fires with you before we wrap
Okay,
up.
okay,
Um, okay, so first question for you.
okay.
What is your favorite project you've ever worked on?
Well, in terms of binary 10 projects, I think the whole website, that's quite new. If you go on binary 10's website and check out the website, we have worked on it from the scratch, built it, the whole branding. So that's the biggest project I have done this year, the whole
Yeah,
website project. And then from the personal point of view, I think obviously the LinkedIn hit 25K yesterday, day
that's
before
amazing.
yesterday.
Congratulations. I didn't even know. Hey,
Yeah. So I think that's something like like a small win, big win, whatever.
that's a
I
huge win.
consider,
Huge
yeah,
win.
I
Yes.
consider it as a win.
Yes, absolutely.
um, and yeah, that's the two project I would say.
Yeah, I love that. Great answer. Great answer. What do you think is the most overrated marketing trend right now?
I think most overrated marketing trends. What do I say? All about AI.
Oh my gosh,
Everything.
yes. Okay, yes.
I
Yep.
think AI is like a buzzword right now. I am in support of AI. I love AI tools because I am a solo marketing girl, right?
Mhm.
In the company, in our company. I keep going to different AI tools and see how it can save my time.
Yeah,
That's one thing. But then everything about AI, like a lot of noise about AI.
yeah.
Everyone's trying to create like AI agent and everything. And
Mhm.
in marketing, it's all about AI right now. So I think just yeah.
Yeah. No more
So
shush
yeah,
on the AI stuff, just for a little
yeah,
bit, please.
yeah, please.
Good answer. Okay. Do you have any go-to advice for creators stuck on what to post?
Again. Yeah, go to I have actually talked about that advice I said obviously about the inspo bank and
Mm,
those kind
mhm,
of
mhm.
things.
Yeah.
But I would just say a cliche line again. Consistency is the key.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah.
Don't kill me for this, but
Yeah.
this this has worked. Just yeah,
Yeah.
if you think your post is not perfect, stop overthinking about it. Just
Yeah.
post it. No
Yeah.
one cares. If I could relate to your post, I will like. So
Yeah.
there's no point just stop like just thinking about your post, like polishing up and everything. Just post
Mhm.
it. Don't think about it and consistently post it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good answer. Yeah. You'll yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Another question. Sorry. I have so many questions today. Is there a brand that you think is absolutely nailing its marketing?
So many brands, to be honest, so many.
Mm,
And I've been seeing the campaigns and everything, what they're doing. So many brands, but if I have to pick one, my favorite is Surreal, the cereal brand. I don't know if you've heard of it. They're nailing with their marketing. I have never seen something funnier than them. Obviously, Surreal is there. And then I love Duolingo because I personally use the Duolingo app, right, every day. And I love their I love their little pop-ups.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with the idea of the bird Duolingo and giving it
Yeah.
its whole personality
Yeah.
needs to be
Yeah.
getting paid billions of dollars
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Last question for you. My favorite question to ask everybody on the podcast. Do you have a book or a resource or a course or anything like that that you can recommend to budding entrepreneurs?
Like my book or someone's book or course I want to learn.
Yeah, anything that had a big effect on you and that you felt like you learned a lot from.
I think I read a book called Subtle what was the name? Subtle Way of like not giving a fuck. I need to check.
Mm,
And it was really I'll just quickly check the name. I
yeah,
read a
no
book and it
worries.
was like long time back. I read this book. Yeah, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson.
Yes.
It was so good. The book,
Yeah.
how he wrote the book, it was so good. And I kind of from there, I kind of got that like people will judge anyway, so I just
Mm,
don't give a fuck. To be
Yeah.
so yeah, just do it. Whatever you want to do, just do it because people will anyone like anyway judge. So I just post it like whatever I want to. I'm not a like native speaker or something, but I just
Yeah.
want to do it. So I randomly do it like on a video or just anything. So a lot
Yeah.
of people have said things like this is not your, this is not your forte or something.
Mm.
You can't do it. And I'm like, okay, okay,
Like, who cares? Who cares? Yeah.
who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
love
that's
that.
that's something, yeah, you should read.
That's a very popular answer. Like, I've heard
Yeah.
that before on this podcast. People really love that book and highly
Yeah.
recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah. Highly recommend.
Yeah. Well, Raina Das, I am so grateful that I got to chat to you today. This has been such a good episode. Where can people find you? Where can they follow you?
I think just go onto LinkedIn, type Raina. Raina will do. Don't have to type my surname. That's fine. I think you will find me on LinkedIn, and then I am building my whole portfolio. And yeah, I'm building a whole website where you can find me. So
Perfect.
once it's launched, obviously I will share it on LinkedIn. And yeah, I think just go on to LinkedIn and send me a hi. I would love to chat with you, all of you. I just love chatting. So yeah, definitely just send a hi.
Perfect. And that all will be linked in the show notes as well. But thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining me. I'm so glad I got to
Thank
have you.
you.
This has been such a good episode.